Guys, this game reminiscent of a lot of games this season as the Lakers have now lost 4 in a row. They lose in Denver tonight, and you're midway through the fourth quarter, and you're excited about how they're playing on the road, taking care of business. Looks like they're going to find a way to win this game. And then that last 3 minutes and 57 seconds, they're tied at 100. They don't score another basket. That last 5 minutes, James, they get outscored 19-2 and 37-20 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. You brought up an interesting point as the credits were rolling in the game and Stu was talking. And you heard Stu say, at some point, they're going to have to learn from these games and learn how to flip it and stay in these games to sustain and win them, because this was a winnable game. Regardless of the 2 players that were missing for Denver. Denver was still a good team, shot 38% from the 3. They know how to play at home. But the Lakers have yet to learn how to not turn the ball over in critical moments when the game is there for them to take it or they need a big bucket. I think they were down 4, and there was a few turnovers that kind of got them out of the game and gave Denver that momentum. So, played well enough to win, but they still got to learn how to close out games.
And the thing about the turnovers is what type of turnovers were they? They were ill-advised turnovers. Yeah. Trying to make a play that's not there or really gambling. So you really have to play smart when you're on the road, down the stretch, and they weren't able to do that. The turnovers, not defending well, things of that nature, things that you need to really key in on the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game. Like you said, it was tied up, and we sitting there like, this is a winnable game, but Denver came together, move without the ball, things of that nature. But
and Twan, it's everyone who's on the floor, turning the ball over, missing shots. It doesn't matter what combination is out there. And you see the 21 turnovers. And, James, you mentioned down the stretch. I was keeping track. In that last 3 minutes and 30 seconds until I got sidetracked with about 30 seconds left, I had 5 turnovers in that span alone on the Lakers.
And Denver capitalized on a few of them. The offense gets a little stagnant. I know, B.I. is our guy. But when there's no movement, there's got to be some type of movement, making the defense move a little bit before you allow him to ISO. Because if it's just a straight-up ISO, a lot of times the defense is set in on you. You've been doing it the whole game. So I'm not disappointed that B.I. ISOs and does what he does, because he does it well. I just think when you got to get a bucket, you can't be over-predictable, and I think you got to make the defense work a little bit.
Antoine, I want to show you this, and I want to get your perspective as a former player, and James, obviously, yours as well, because from my vantage point, it kind of looks like a punk move. And I get Jamal Murray is having a great game. He had 28 points. I get he wants to bring it to Lonzo Ball because everyone talks about him, but that move at the end of the game where you see him go around Lonzo, like there's 10 seconds left, everyone's just like, all right, it's over, and then he does that, and you see Bogut get up, and Bogut wants a piece of him. Julius Randle's going to make a beeline right at him and give him a nice hard foul, which I like to see, by the way.
Yeah, it's ill-advised. They talked about it earlier, how the coach felt like the loss against the Lakers was the worst loss of the season. So apparently it's some bad blood, but, I mean, it's a showboat. And I'm glad to see Luke, advise the guys, hey, we don't allow it to happen, foul them and so forth, to let them know how upset. But, I mean, this guy knows that the game is over with, no need for that. But those are the things that, when you have an opportunity to win and you let them, give them life, and they come back and win,
they're going to feel good.
They're going to let you know about it. So
no doubt.
It's one of those things you don't want to see happen. But he did.
Well, it's a stupid move. You don't do stuff like that. I mean, it's come back to haunt you is what it does. Other teams see that, and, you put a target on your back. I just thought it was, poor move.